Hey Stampers, this is super awesome Stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, USA. Today I am sharing how to create this card from my September 2020 Kits in the Mail. So let's get started. You would have needed to purchase the Nothing's Better Than bundle from my online store to complete these kits. So it includes the stamp set, and the dies. I ship my kits in the mail in USPS small flat rate boxes. So go into your kit and find the kit that's got the Melon Mambo card bases. All of my kits in the mail feature different card bases, so you know exactly which card kit is used to create which card sample that I have. All right, so pull everything out of your envelope and see what you got. And let's start with the largest white piece. So I include 1/6 of an 8.5 by 11 Whisper White or Very Vanilla cardstock in your kit, and that is for the inside. So you've got a place to write and people can see what you're gonna write. All right, so next thing on this card would be to swap this out actually, so that I can swap it out and show you that you would like to, or you should, emboss it with some kind of embossing folder. It just adds that much extra detail. And I use the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, so let's just swap that one out. It just won't have an inside. I'll have to add one later. All right, so then we just layer up. So in my kits, I layer according to how it's layered on the card. So inside piece, and then the next largest layer would be that yellow Daffodil Delight square. So use some adhesive, your favorite adhesive, liquid glue, tape runner, glue dots, tear and tape, whatever you'd like. And then the pattern paper is next. So this comes from the Flowers for Every Season pattern paper pack. So it's got these fun little yellow flowers on the opposite side, but it's got this stripe that just made me think of cocktails. So that's how this card started. I saw this gorgeous paper and thought that'd be great for a cocktail card. All right, next is we are going to do some stamping. So grab this rectangle and grab this little smaller rectangle. I already pre-stamped my words because I wanted to make sure they're straight. It's hard to stamp straight on camera. Grab your Melon Mambo ink or some similarly tinted ink pad. Mount up your cocktail stamp on an acrylic block and stamp that in the center of this piece. We're going to use that negative piece, so don't economize and stamp it in the corner. Stamp it right in the center. So we're done with that stamp. And then we are going to pull in the Daffodil Delight ink pad, and we're going to ink that up. And before we stamp the yellow down, I'm going to take a sponge dauber and just pick up a little bit of that Melon Mambo ink, and I'm going to tap it lightly on the bottom of that stamp. So we've got like a pinkish hued cocktail. Something fun that you would get on a beach. There you go. All right, I'm going to move the Melon Mambo ink aside so I don't get my additional stamps accidentally inked with Melon Mambo. I want to ink the little umbrella with the Daffodil Delight. And then the lemon slice is yellow as well. Okay, and we're done with that ink pad. Set that aside. And then you are going to take your cocktail die and run that through your die cutter. You're going to take this piece of Calypso Coral and your cocktail word and run that through your die cutter. So do that. Come back and meet me back here. Pause the video so you can do that. Here's what I've got cut already. All right, and one thing before we go any further, you're going to slip these words under here. So hopefully you did not put a crazy ton amount of adhesive, so you can slip that under there. If you put adhesive right to the end of your Daffodil Delight paper, you can just cut some off, which is what I'm going to do. So there's not quite so much white overhanging. All right, and then tape runner there. My next step is to get my paper piercing mat out of the way. I have the paper piercing mat here because I was using photopolymer stamps, and you need just that extra little bit of give when you are using photopolymer stamps to transfer the ink from the stamp to the paper. Okay, so I told you not to throw away this piece, and that is because we're going to put it at an angle right there. And then that goes there. Oh, and I see I did not, what I wanted right here, I failed to put that on my sample card. That's why I had 2 of these cocktails hanging out of my mat here. Okay, so we're going to adhere this down and at an angle, kind of let it peek in through there. And then my cocktail, I am going to pop up with some mini dimensionals. So one on the umbrella and one on the lemon slice and one on the actual glass. And then that'll go straight on. So you can kind of see the stripes through the die cut Whisper White. All right, next you are going to reach into your kit and you're gonna grab your strip of pearls. So I'm just gonna grab my pearls that I'm working on in my desk space. If you've got our blends, which are alcohol-based markers, you can go ahead and color your pearls. So pick whichever 2 sizes you want. I'm working on some large ones here. So let that dry for a second. These are alcohol-based, so it won't take very long to dry. Let's get that out of the way and that out of the way. So while that's drying, we're going to attach our cocktails. And I would just use the Tombow. And a Tombow that isn't so full or new is best when you're trying to attach these delicate words, because not a lot of glue will run out. That's my tip for you today about using Tombow. So I'm just putting some glue in the thicker parts of the word. All right, now you've die cut your cocktail. Go back to your cutting plates and find the eye. So that's what I need to do. Okay, found my container of embellishments, and what I've done is stuck one of my dots, the dot for the eye and cocktails, on the putty. And the putty will hold that in place for me on my card. Right there. And kind of tuck the putty underneath the dot if you need to. Kind of get rid of that excess putty. Okay, and then I'll show you how I did it. You just twist this out. A little bit of putty. Tap it to your dot. Oh, I see I've got it right there. I should have looked. Oh, let's see. Now that I've got that on the putty, let's attach this. All right, this gives you a little bit of time to catch up if you've done some big shotting. So drop a comment if you like this card. I really like my September kits in the mail. I think I said in the other videos, it's because they're all food related and they're foods that I enjoy. I like dark chocolate. I like coffee flavored treats. Cocktails that are a little bit fruity and a little bit sweet are nice every once in a while. Oh, hang on. Oh, I twisted my putty thing and now I got a bunch out. It kind of, let's just use my fingernail and I'll cut some off of there. And then the other end. And then right there. So if you don't have a take your pick tool, you can just put a little dot of the Tombow. All right, and so these are definitely dry. They only need the pearls. They only needed a few seconds. So last would be to put your pearls on your card. So I put one up in the upper left-hand corner because that's where your eye starts. Looks at the glass, goes to cocktails, reads the sentiment, and then another pearl down here will invite the viewer to open up the card and see what's inside. All right, so this is my September kits in the mail. This is the 4th and final video for September. So go back and watch the other 3 YouTube videos to see the other 3 designs. I still have kits available for sale. Go to my blog at superawesomestamper.com to see all the ordering details and what's included in the kit. You get 12 card kits total, 3 each of the 4 designs. While you're here on my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I upload new content. And thanks for watching. This is Super Awesome Stamper Shirley. Bye.